Okay. Once again, I welcome you all to this session of All About Pathways. We all have joined Toastmasters with one basic objective. We all share it similarly to develop our leadership and communication skills. But when I joined Toastmasters, I was just wondering how come Toastmasters is going to achieve it. But then moving across Pathways, I understood that Pathways is the major tool used by Toastmasters fraternity to develop all those qualities within ourselves. If you want to be a better public speaker, to deliver a speech in your club based on the objectives of our Pathways project. If you want to be a better communicator, there are several projects in our Pathways that relates to our interacting or communicating with different peoples. If you want to be a better leader, there are several projects that helps us to organize the events, take up roles, and so on. And that not just that, there are much more to explore in our Pathways. To explain more about this session, there's a very special person today in our meeting here. He is one fine leader of our District 120. He's not a leader just in our Toastmasters, but also in his career. He's an entrepreneur and a program quality director of District 120 Toastmaster Satish Menon. Toastmaster Satish Menon, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharif, and good evening, everybody. It's nice to see 290 participants gathered over a Zoom call at 7 p.m. in the evening to know more about Pathways. It is very encouraging to see the members coming forward to improve their knowledge and learn more about a program which from this month of July is going to be the de facto standard for Toastmasters going ahead. Till June 30th, all of us had the luxury of juggling between the traditional path and Pathways. And so we always had this challenge of non-adaptability to the Pathways program, and some people not knowing what Pathways has to offer, what is the power that is there in Pathways, what is the facilities or the options that we have in Pathways. But from July 1st onwards, we don't have any other option. And Pathways is the only program that we need to follow. So to better understand Pathways, this is something that we thought that as part of the TLI team, we should do every month to our members to give them continuous sessions on what Pathways has to offer. How can you take better advantage of Pathways? How do you complete your educational goals on time? And how can I better leverage the program? So today's session is the first of its series on Pathways. And to take today's session, we have a very senior Toastmaster who's been in Toastmasters, I think, for more than a decade now. And she's a DTM, both on the traditional path, and now she's on the way of completing a DTM on Pathways. A very experienced person, a very good teacher, an excellent communicator, and she'll be taking the session on Pathways today for all of you. Distinguished Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi Soundarajan. I encourage all the participants to go through the session, ask all the questions that you want to ask, get all your doubts clear, and be better informed at the end of a session compared to what you were when you just joined. So all the very best and happy learning to all of you. Back to you, Toastmaster Sharif.
That was amazing, Toastmaster Satish. And obviously, as you mentioned, to move on with to explain more about Pathways, as you already mentioned, this person is going to complete DTM in her Pathways also. This person, DTM Vijay Lakshmi, has marked her footsteps in both leadership and educational paths. She has many accomplishments, and a few to mention. She has been a past President Distinguished Area Director, past District Chief Judge, Conference Chair for Reverberation in 2014, and first runner-up in evaluation, district evaluation contest, and so on. I welcome DTM Vijayalakshmi to say more about our pathways. DTM Vijayalakshmi, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharif. District 120, good evening and a hearty welcome to All About Pathways session. So before we begin and get to know the nuances of pathways and all of that, we are always intrigued by story, aren't we? So let's just quickly hear about why pathways and how pathways was formed in the first place. So in the year 2010, the board of directors of Toastmasters International wanted to revamp the education program, the current education program at that time. After extensive research, after lots of survey and thousands of Toastmasters across the globe participating in the pilot project, they revamped the education program to what it is called as Pathways today. And thus Pathways was formed. When Pathways was formed, there were key things that was taken into consideration. They wanted to make this upgraded education program to the current standards of the world trend, which means digitalization. They wanted Pathways to be available to all the members anywhere, anytime. That was the first key thing in the minds of the core team. So digitalization was the first thing. Secondly, they wanted to introduce core competencies into the education program. Earlier, when I even finished DTM, when they asked me what were the competencies you learned, I was able to probably name 1, 2, or maximum of 3. But today, in Pathways, at the end of the project, at the end of the level and the path, I'm able to pin and correctly say what was the competency that I learned at the end of the path or the level. So that kind of detailing has gone through into forming the Pathways program. So let's get started and know more about Pathways. So I'm going to share the screen, and if it's on the presentation mode, I do not have the luxury to see the gallery view. So I would encourage you to stop whenever you have a question and ask me. The more the question, the better the interaction. We can kill 1 hour of time in a better fashion, right? Super. So let's get started. Let me share. Okay. Okay. If you're able to view the slide, give me a thumbs up. I can still see Rajesh Nair. Okay, perfect. You're able to hear me as well? Perfect, okay. So we knew why Pathways and how Pathways came into existence. Let's know in detail about Pathways. As I told you earlier, Pathways was completely a digital fashion, digital modernization, I would rather say. We can access our projects anywhere, anytime. People who were there on the traditional path would know we would always need the manual, the book, wherever we go to make notes and to get the evaluation done, and everything was in the book. But today, anywhere in the world, if you have an internet connection, you have access to your projects, digital. It is exciting, super flexible, and at the same time, very interactive. As I told you earlier, it was based on core competencies, but I didn't tell you the names of the competencies, right? So it was based on 5 core competencies. We are going to look at the competencies in the further slides. We have extensive videos, tools, and all the resources needed for us to know how to do a project. This is something that was not there earlier, and this is super done in the Pathways project. If I have to do an icebreaker, if I am new in Toastmasters, if I don't know what is icebreaker, I go and there are thousands of videos that tells me how to do an icebreaker. Sample videos of people who have already done icebreaker, right? Thousands of videos that I can see, watch, learn, and then prepare myself better for my first project, the icebreaker. So if you look at tips, tools, and videos, umpteen number of resources are available in the digital format. This is the most important, I would say the #1 reason why I love Pathways is because the competencies that we build can be translated to the real world situations, or I would say we learn it in Pathways, we put it in our workplace or in the personal side, right? Easy adaptation and implementation. And evaluation has taken a new form altogether. Evaluation forms a cycle as to receive evaluation, implement evaluation, and then give evaluation as an evaluator, right? So we're going to look at evaluations in the further slides. So these are just introductory. So as I already told you, pathways, you can simply remember it as a syllabus change. Yeah, the new syllabus for Toastmasters education program. That's pathways. So each member, when you register for the first time, you will get one path free to start with. Remember these numbers. We are going to reference to these numbers many a times in today's session. So just remember these simple numbers. 5 core competencies. 5 core competencies, 11 paths. 11 paths, 5 levels in each path. 5 core competencies, 11 paths, 5 levels in each path. So all the projects are online projects in all languages, and all paths are available online. There are printed version as well, but I would strongly recommend you not to go for the printed version because there are very limited paths available in the printed format. So the entire idea of even having pathways is to go digital. So all of you choose online path and go on a digital project. You always have the liberty to work at your own pace. That's been there ever since Toastmasters was started. The first thing that we should do is choose our path, right? The first thing we should do is choose our path. Vijay, how do I choose my path? Many of you here, probably 90% of you already have the path. For the remaining 10%, I want to quickly go through how to choose a path. Log into toastmasters.org. You have to log in. Okay, this is just the website. There is a login button. You have to go and log in with your credentials. If you don't know, Vijay, what is my email ID? What is the password it is asking? I don't know. That is the email ID you registered when you registered for Toastmasters, right? So if you don't know that email ID, go and ask your ex-com. They'll be better to help you, right? So take that email ID, create a password, log in. When you log in, it will show your name on the top. That means you are the one who's logged in. So go to pathways. There's a tab. We will see that while we are navigating. Go to choose a path. There is an assessment. Now the assessment questions are very easy. Choose the language English. Once you choose English, you will have options, about 10 to 15 options to choose topics that you are interested in, right? Topics like public speaking, motivating others, building strategy, these kind of common topics. Pick 3 topics that you're interested in, any 3 that comes to your mind, which you are interested in, right? After you pick the topic, you then take the assessment, right? You then take the assessment. At the end of the assessment, which is just 10 questions, if I'm not wrong, very easy questions, okay, 10 questions. At the end of the assessment, you will be prompted with 3 recommended paths. 3 paths, the system will recommend to you based on your answers you have given for the assessment and your interest in the topics that you have chosen. One of the paths you can choose and start with your topics based on the 3 paths that was given to you as a recommendation. Or, Vijay, it gave me 3. But I am very much interested in doing humor path, Vijay. What can I do? You can skip the entire process, go straight and choose humor path and start working, right? However, if you are the first timer, I will strongly recommend you to go with the assessment. Take one of the recommended paths because the assessment is based on your topic of interest and your answers to the assessment question. So choose from one of the 3 paths that is recommended to you. For your second path, go ahead and choose a path of your own. Or you can do the assessment again, right? So with that, you have chosen a path for yourself. Out of how many paths? Quickly?
3 paths.
11.
3
paths. 11.
Totally 11 paths available. 3 recommended paths. You pick one. Super. Okay. Quickly. Remember, we spoke about core competency. This is very, very important. The 5 core competencies are public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. Okay. Now, public speaking path. Okay, I'll tell you how it is related in a path. The competency public speaking will tell you how to do prepared and impromptu speeches. And it will also tell you how to present your messages effectively, concisely, more importantly, professionally, right? Public speaking itself. Interpersonal communication is the competency where you will learn to communicate verbally and non-verbally. And also you will resolve conflicts. All interpersonal communication will be there. Strategic leadership, again, the ability to see the bigger picture and build strategies. Management, as the name suggests, planning, implementation, leading a team, all of that comes under management. Confidence. Now, confidence is the core competency. That's a core competency of Toastmasters itself, right? right? All the projects will probably lead to the road of confidence. We all wanted to be confident speakers, right? All the path will have one competency for sure, that is confidence. Yeah, the confidence part, it is attained by doing, okay? It cannot be taught, so it is there as a part of all the parts. So 5 core competencies. These are the 11 parts that are available. Engaging humor is the new part that was introduced latest a year ago. Engaging humor was introduced. Earlier than that, it was only 10 parts. They have introduced engaging humor. Dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, innovative planning. So all of these 11 are your 11 parts. 5 core competencies, 11 parts. This slide is very important. Here is where we see how the competencies are mapped to the parts. Now, if you see the number here, number 1 is public speaking. Number 2 is interpersonal. Number 3 is strategic. Number 4 is management. 5 is confidence, right? If you have taken the path dynamic leadership, and the number here is 1, 2, 3, 5, it means these are the predominant and the order in which you will learn the competency. Dynamic leadership, predominant, can everyone please go on mute? Dynamic leadership, the predominant competency will be public speaking. The second core competency you will learn is interpersonal. The third competency you will learn is strategic leadership. If you take engaging humor is only a public speaking path. Teaches you in and out of public speaking. Right? If you see the number, it is only 1. 5 is there in all the path. Right? Confidence you will already get. For example, persuasive influence. Right? Can someone want to try quickly? What are the competencies learned in motivational strategies? Anyone? Quickly.
Public speaking. Sorry, someone has written it.
Public speaking.
Communication.
Communication.
And strategic leadership.
And confidence.
Yes. So we're all on the same page,
And
right?
confidence.
This is how the core competencies are mapped to your path. These are the dominant competencies you will learn when you finish the path in the same order. Okay, so this is how we map the core competencies to the 11 parts. So far, okay? 5 core competencies, 11 parts. Choose one path, and the competencies are mapped to all the 11 parts in this order. These pictures, these images are available in the Toastmasters International site. I'll also probably hand it over to the TLI chair. Lloyd can probably share it with you all if you want to reference to it later. Right? Now, we spoke about core competencies. We spoke about the 11 parts. The next is the level 5. 5 levels in each part. Right? Zoom Master, can we please quickly check if everyone is on mute? I'm hearing a feedback now.
Yeah, another thing is, sorry, DTM Vijay Lakshmi, there is someone has used the annotate tools and there is the scribbling which I see on the slide. So if the host can go and clear that annotation somebody has done, that will also be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for the interruption.
No worries. I was wondering it was something wrong on my end.
Somebody tried, and it is better to disable participants annotation. Just a suggestion. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Someone is still not on mute, and I can clearly hear the voice in the background. Some news or something is running. Far better now. Thank you. Okay. So we looked at 5 core competencies. We looked at 11 parts. We know how the competencies are mapped to the parts, right? The next thing that we will know is the levels in each path. In each path, you have 5 levels. No matter what your path is, all the paths are structured in the same way. Same way. The structure is the same. The paths, projects will differ from each other, right? The structure remains the same. The core structure remains the same. For example, this is how all the paths will be structured. Level 1 is mastering fundamentals. Level 2 is learning your style. Level 3 is increasing knowledge. Level 4 is building skills. And level 5 is demonstrating expertise. All the paths are divided into 5 levels of the same name, same competency. right? Now, take a look at level 1, Mastering Fundamentals, okay? In Mastering Fundamentals, the first project is Icebreaker. We all know the Icebreaker project, right? Telling all about ourselves, right? So, Icebreaker project. The first project is Icebreaker. The second project is Evaluation and Feedback. In Evaluation and Feedback project, we have 3 speeches. I'm going to repeat it again, okay? Icebreaker is a project. In that, there is only 1 speech, which is Icebreaker speech. Evaluation and Feedback is a project. In that project, we have 3 speeches. Okay, sorry, 3 speeches. Number 1, you present a speech, you receive a feedback. You present 1 speech, you receive feedback for that speech. That's first speech. Second, you implement that feedback and give the same speech again. You implement the feedback and give the same speech again. That's the second speech. Third, you will be the evaluator in the club meeting. You will give evaluation to someone else. Are you getting the picture? So the project has 3 speeches. 2 speeches. First speech, you will receive feedback. Second speech, implement the feedback. And third, you will be the evaluator and give the evaluation. So project is evaluation and feedback. Speeches are 3 speeches. Researching and presentation, 1 project, 1 speech. Just a project is 1 speech. That's it. So if you look at level 1, Icebreaker, 1 speech. Evaluation and feedback, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and researching and presentation. If I'm taking only speeches, 4 speeches and 1 evaluator role. Clear? Everyone?
Yes, Vijay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so level 2 is simple. 2 required projects. 2 required projects. These projects will differ from path to path. Okay, but mandate you should do two projects. Okay, 2 required projects and introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. Now, this is an optional mandate project that they have kept after level 2, right? They have kept it after level 2. So this is mandate in level 2, but to finish the mentoring program or not, that is optional for you, right? So 2 required projects in level 2. Third, increasing knowledge. If you see 1 mandate project plus a minimum of 2 elective projects. You have the option to choose from across 13 to 12. It differs from path to path. Some paths will have 12, some paths will have 13, 1 or 2 here and there, right? Electives, you should do a minimum of 2 electives. We are going to see what are the electives. Plus, you should also serve as a topic master, Toastmaster, and evaluator by the end of level 3. You should have completed all these rules. Level 4, 1 required project and 1 elective project out of 7. Again, level 5, 1 required project and 1 elective project out of 5 electives. Plus, reflect on your path is the speech. It's more predominantly what I learned in the project kind of a speech. Ready, everyone? So 5 levels. Each level will have different projects. Each project in turn will have 1 or more speeches. Agreed, everyone? Super. And
yeah, sorry for interrupting. I have doubt here. So in level 1 evaluation and feedback project, I have 2 doubts here. One is we should be giving 3 speeches in total, 1 of which is evaluation.
Correct.
So the first speech, we will get a feedback. Yeah. And we should be implementing the feedback and we'll be giving a speech again, right? So should it be the same speech or we can prepare a different script for that?
Good question. Toastmasters gives us the opportunity to use the feedback in any speech of our choice. However, in practice and also from what I have seen, it makes more sense to implement the feedback in the same speech and deliver it again, right? Toastmasters gives you the option to use it in any other speech, whatever feedback you have received. For example, feedback you have received is proper eye contact and stage movement, let's say. Okay, you can use this feedback for any speech in the repeat speech. If you use it in the same speech only, I will know whether you have implemented it correctly or not, right? So you have the option, it's up to you.
Okay, and my second doubt is for evaluation, should the person be evaluating on Icebreaker or can the person also evaluate some other project of someone else?
Evaluators can always be evaluators to any project. Okay, it is always a myth that we should only evaluate to whatever levels we have done. It is there because we will have a good understanding. Okay. However, you are free to evaluate any project in your club, any other club.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
Super. So any other questions? Shall we move forward? Thank you. Okay, so I just picked up one example of how the project path will look so that it will give you a brief understanding, right? So level 1, mastering fundamentals, icebreaker, evaluation feedback, researching and presenting. Level 2, understanding your leadership style, active listening. These two are my projects, plus introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, right? Now, I'm sorry. Now, in level 3, increasing knowledge, my project is successful collaboration. In this project, I should work with a small team and I should do a small scale project. A small scale project in successful collaboration. That's my project. After I do my project, I have to come and present my learning as a speech. Please note, project is different, speech is different. Successful collaboration here, the level 3 mandate project is I have to work with a team, small team, 3 to 4 people to do a small project in club, like a themed meeting or a club contest or something, right? So I work with the team. The speech is, after I finish that team meeting, I come and present what were my learnings, how did we plan, how did we execute. That is the speech. Okay, so project speech will be the speech and the project will be what I work to finish the project. See the electives, I'm sorry. See the electives here. I have the choice of so many electives. Minimum electives are 2. Okay, minimum 2. You are free to do how many ever electives you want. Minimum is 2, you can do. Level 4 again, motivate others. This is again a little big scale project where I have to work with 4 or 5 members and I have to plan and execute on a bigger scale project like a club newsletter chair or contest master or contest chair for the division contest, something like that, on a little bigger scale, right? So whatever I have done there, I will come and present it as a speech after completing the project. That's the project. Electives again, you look at the electives here, create a podcast, building social media presence, managing difficult audience, compelling blog, Q&A, public relations stuff. All of these are up to the current trend. Right? Creating podcasts, blogs and everything. Now the last one is demonstrating expertise in the path. Lead in any situation is my path. In a tough, difficult situation, it can be hypothetical also. How did I overcome the obstacle? Right? So that is the project. I have to come and present the learning. Reflect on your path. Whatever I have learned in my path, I will present as a speech and I have to do one of the elective. Getting an idea?
Yeah, I have a question here. Nataraj here again, sorry. This is, for example, if you choose write a compelling blog or something. So how do you
sorry.
When we choose the elective, write a compelling blog in level 4, how do we evaluate that one? Or if it is a podcast, how do we do the evaluation? So
all the projects have evaluation sheets. Okay, so when you do a podcast, you record a 60 minutes of the recording, and you have to play. You can divide it into sections of 10 minutes each or 5 minutes each, however you want it. You have to play a 3 to 5 minutes of your podcast during the club meeting, and that recording will be evaluated with the evaluation sheet. So all the projects have evaluation sheet. All the projects you do outside, you have to come and present it in the meeting. Did I answer your questions, sir?
Yeah. So whatever it is, we have to present it in the club meeting. And an evaluator will be evaluating it.
Exactly. All of these projects, all the projects have evaluation sheets. So the project you might do within the club or outside the club, but the learning and everything, you have to come back and present it as a speech or a learning in the club. Is it a speech, report or a learning? How do I know? It is there in your project description. Clearly given in your project description what to do. Look at the project checklist. Yes, Anandan Ramachandran has a question quickly.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this motivate others in level 4. is that a separate project or does it come inside the electives?
That is the main project. That's the mandate project.
Okay. So
similarly, in level 3, successful collaboration is the main project. The electives are the one below electives.
Okay, so I'm in level 4 now. I just still am confused. I didn't follow that motivation others. I was thinking of only electives. I have taken a podcast and I finished the podcast, and I'm about to post it in this coming Sunday session.
No problem, no problem. If you have done the elective first and then you are yet to finish the project, it is okay. This is something that I wanted to share later, but because you asked, I'm going to share it again. These projects, okay, the mandate projects after level 3, 4, and 5 are very tough. Some projects are 2 weeks, some projects are 3 weeks. I have almost all of us will have 6 months projects. You need to work in a project for 6 months as a lead or a volunteer or something for 6 months. We all will have the project, right? So I can't wait for 6 months for just one project, right? So we have to start working parallelly in that particular level. So now you have done the elective, you have done the elective podcast. It is okay.
Yes.
You can go to the club, present your podcast in the coming meeting. You can go back and work on your level 4 motivate others. You can finish the project.
And this motivating others, I can pass it on to level 5. Huh?
No. Level 4 project, it will be done only in level 4.
So the next thing is I have to finish my motivating others and then only move on to level 5.
Correct.
Okay. It's clear.
Yeah. Which path are you, sir, if I may ask?
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam, this is Chanakya. Am I audible?
Yes.
Madam, is introduction of Toastmasters mentoring in level 2 is a project or a speech?
Introduction to Toastmaster mentoring is a speech. Okay. You have to share your experience as a protege. Okay. About your mentor, what did you learn from your mentor? Your experience as a protege.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more doubt here. So regarding the podcast, the length and the other details which we have to do will be in the project, right?
Absolutely. Everything is in the project. It says 60 minutes, you should have the recording, but it is your choice to divide the recording into 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or you can divide the sections. Okay, you can divide the sections. You can pick one of the sections. You need to play it in the club for about 3 to 5 minutes, if I'm not wrong. Only that I'm not sure. In the club, you should play it for 3 to 5 minutes, I think, or 2 to 3 minutes.
5 to 8 minutes.
5 to 8 minutes? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarity. Yeah. So 5 to 8 minutes in the club. That's all.
Vijay Lakshmi, I have a question.
Yes.
See, there are projects in level 3 and level 4. And can these projects be outside the Toastmasters, or it can only be in Toastmasters, inside the Toastmasters?
Okay. Usually the projects will dictate the terms. They will say you can take this project outside, you can volunteer in another non-profit organization. Or they will say do a club activity, do a club related project. It is given clearly in the project.
Oh, thank you.
Madam, can you just refresh me about this motivating others?
It's just a project, sir. It will differ from path to path. So don't take it too hard now. Okay, it is just the beginning. Don't take it too hard. I will share my email ID. You can probably mail the questions related to project specific questions. I'll be more than happy to help. Will that be okay? Because of the interest of time, can we just move forward?
Ma'am, this is Emmanuel here.
So don't take it too hard.
Ma'am, this is Emmanuel here. I have a question. I'm in level 4 now, and as you rightly said, level 4 projects onwards, it could take some more time. So on that context, I was thinking of starting a new pathway. Is there a restriction that I should complete level 5 to go for a new pathway, or I can go parallelly in another pathway? And if I select a new pathway, is it like I again start with level 1 icebreaker?
Very good question. You can start your second path at any time that you want. Predominantly, if you're stuck in the project level 3, 4, 5 project, it will usually take 1 month, 2 months of time. In that time, you can do the electives in that project. That time, you can finish the electives in that project and keep it ready. Or you can start the parallel path. You can choose a different path and start working on other projects. Toastmasters International does not limit you in doing in order. However, if you look at the levels, it clearly says master the fundamentals, then know your style, then increase knowledge, then build skill, demonstrate expertise. It's a very chronological order if you see, right? So if you finish the small scale project, only then you will learn and implement the big scale projects, right? Thank you, Vishal, I saw the time. So only then you will be able to view the big scale projects, right? So at least for the first part, go chronologically. The second part you can choose parallelly and you can start in any order. Toastmasters does not restrict you. This is not what I am saying. If you go to Toastmasters website under Pathways FAQ, it is clearly given. You can choose any order that you want to do. Did I answer your question?
Ma'am, however, like, should I, if I go to level 2 also, right? Like icebreaker and complete, if I want to complete level 1, then I need to do level icebreaker again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
No, I didn't get the question. Level 2, there is no icebreaker. Only one icebreaker and one path.
No, in the second pathway,
Second part, yes.
I need to again give icebreaker, whatever be it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the parts will have icebreaker as a first speech.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
And ma'am, a quick question. Can I do 2 parallel projects in the same level?
Yeah, have 2.
Can I do 2 projects parallelly at the same time in the same level?
Absolutely.
You can do it. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Only if you do parallelly, you will be able to finish one path in at least 1 year. If you do parallelly, yeah, it takes a lot of time. That is what I learned. Okay, so let's quickly.
Great, thanks.
So if you activate a path, like this is what we discussed, icebreaker, 1 speech, evaluation feedback, see here, 2 speeches, 1 evaluator role, researching and presenting, 1 speech for 5 to 7 minutes. After you complete this level 1, you submit the request in Basecamp. We are going to see how to do that. And then your Basecamp manager will approve. The VPE of the club is the Basecamp manager. Along with the president and the secretary, they will also have access to approve requests, right? Once it is approved in Basecamp, the VPE or any of the Basecamp managers, one of them should go to the Club Central and upload your education award. Only then it will reflect in DCP. You will also receive completion certificate. I'm going to say that again. After you finish the level, in Basecamp, you will have the option to mark complete. When you mark that level 1, automatically a request will go to your VPE. Your VPE will see if you have completed all the speeches in that level. The VPE will approve your level. Once your level is approved, the VPE should go separately to the Club Central and upload this award in the Club Central. Only then the award will be reflected in the DCP chart of the club, and you will also get the completion certificate, the badge, and everything. Okay. Now we spoke about real world. Sorry, we spoke about real world transferable skills, right? These are some, not everything. Okay, some of the projects that are available in Pathways, where you can take your learning and you can implement in your corporate life. Look at all the project names, building social media presence, very essential today, right? Communicate a change management is everything in IT, right? Zoom Master, can you please mute everyone? Thank you. Create a podcast, we discussed about podcast, the new way of digital. Develop a vision for yourself and to communicate it to the team. Lead in difficult situations, leading your team, manage online meeting. This is probably something that we all need to know, right? The need of the hour. Manage online meeting. Negotiation skills. Negotiate best outcome. Prepare for an interview. The icebreaker speech starts, the interview's first question is that, right? Tell me about yourself. How well are we structured with our icebreakers, right? Prepare for an interview perspective. To know your strengths and challenges and how to better present them. You will learn in this project. Present a proposal. Sales pitch, right? All your pre-sales team. Reaching consensus. Proposing something so that you include all the members in the decision-making process. Relatable? Yeah? This is the time you will say yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. These are some. Now, if you're thinking, Vijay, I joined Toastmasters because I want to be a great communicator, I want to contest The next thing I want to do is go to international stage, contest in World Champion of Public Speaking. For you also, we have something in Pathways, right? You have these projects, exclusive projects, that is understanding local variety, persuasive speaking, inspire your audience, connect with storytelling, connect with your audience. All of these projects exclusively connects you and your audience. Yeah. So if you're looking only for communication projects, you have all of these. Now we are going to quickly look at the Basecamp. Just give me one second. Okay, so I'm going to share. Are you able to see the screen? Can someone verbally say yes, no?
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
No.
1 minute. Okay, just how about now?
Yes.
So remember quickly, we are going to go through what is there in the Basecamp of Pathways. So you log in. If you log in, can you see on the top, it shows my name, which means I have logged in with my credentials, right? So log in with your name, go to Pathways, Basecamp. Okay. Now, if you are a dual member, if you are a member with 2 clubs, you will get this option here. I am a dual member with Meraki and CCC, so I'm getting this option, right? So if you're just a member with 1 club, only 1 will pop up without any option. This is where, remember first slide we spoke how to choose a path. This is where you go to select a path. Navigator will tell you where is what, how to go and all of that, right? So we are going to go to Basecamp. Basecamp is your central repository. A repository for all your projects, process, tools, videos, everything is in Basecamp. So one word for you to remember is Basecamp is your central repository. Now this is how the Basecamp looks. See, it says welcome to Basecamp and my name. Now paths and learning is the first type. Here is where you can access all your paths. See, your path will usually come in this book icon. You can see some books piled up, right? So these are the paths, okay? Active path is only leadership development now for me because I have already completed 1 path, which is team collaboration. Status completed. Okay, Pathways guide, that is also completed. So if I click on active, whatever paths is active now, that will come to me. Whatever is in the book symbol, that is your path. Leadership development is my current path. If I click on leadership development, it will show me all the 5 levels that are there in leadership development. Icebreaker. So if I open curriculum, see, level 1, level 4. So I have actually done an elective project here, okay, because I'm doing the 4th leadership development project. Project is still in progress, but I have done the elective, which is manage online meeting. Okay, so that is why that simple elective alone is showing as a tick symbol. Okay, so as and when you finish level and projects, you will get tick symbol here in every level. Okay, after you complete the 5th level only, after you submit and after it is approved only, path completion will be enabled. Only then you can go and click path completion and submit it for your path completion award. Okay, so Basecamp, the first tab is paths and learning, where you will access your path. The second one is speech evaluation. Remember, evaluation is different, feedback is different. Evaluation is different, feedback is different. Evaluation is the project evaluation sheet, which we use to evaluate the speaker. That is evaluation. Feedback, what you see here, right? Feedback is feedback that you will receive from your peers in the club or anyone outside. You're getting the difference? Evaluation is speech evaluation. Feedback is what you can get as a feedback from your club members. For example, hey Vishal, how did I do my speech today? I can ping, select Vishal's name and send it. It will go as a request to Vishal. Vishal can give me the comments and give me probably a badge, exceptional or something, and close it. Right? So feedback is when I ask my peers in the club for a feedback. Evaluation is the project evaluation. All your project evaluation sheets are here, one tab. Okay. Third tab is tutorials and resources. Remember, We spoke about umpteen resources, videos, podcasts, everything available for all the speeches. All of that is available in tutorials and resources. Okay, it's loaded. So if you can see all the evaluation resource, project description, what should I do in the project, resource document, frequently asked question, everything is available here. There is a video option here. Can you see that? I'm pointing it to it now. If you click on video, all the videos available will be available here. You can select the video that you want to see. Simple videos as to how to select Icebreaker, how to give my path for approval, how to access Basecamp. All the questions, all the videos will be there in tutorials and resources. Okay, so that's the third tab. We spoke about feedback already, asking feedback with the peers in the cloud. Badges. Recognitions have always been an inseparable thing in Toastmasters. All the projects, all the efforts have always been recognized, right? The only difference between the traditional and the existing pathways would be digital badges. Okay, so as and when you complete a level, can you see level badges here? When I completed level 1, when it was approved in the Club Central, I got this level 1 achieved, level 2 achieved. As and when I finished, I got these because I finished a path. I finished team collaboration path, so it is giving me this team collaboration proficient badge, which means I have completed that path. I'm also doing this pathways mentor programs. If you can see, it is in the activated state. Leadership development is my next path that is also in the activated state. Once you activate your path, you will get this activated badge. Once you complete, you will get the proficient badge. As and when you complete the levels, you will get level badges. Proficient badges, level badges, activation badges. Clear? Now what does this badge, Vijay? Remember I spoke about feedback. So one speech I gave exceptionally in my club. I knew that speech was the only decent speech that I ever gave. So as soon as I gave that speech, I was curious. So I sent a feedback request to all my peers, and one of my peers awarded me an exceptional badge. So that's the badge that you would see. Now, if you don't want to view all the badges, you can go here and just click on feedback. Whatever feedback related badges you got, you will see here. If you go here and click on learning, whatever learning related badges Toastmasters has given you automatically will appear here. If you want to see all the badges, go to all. Easy. Okay? Clear? Okay. Now under Basecamp, under feedback, paths and learning, there is something called e-portfolio. Under e-portfolio, there is something called documents. Click on documents. Toastmasters has already given you a categorized storage system. Level 1, it has given you a folder, 2 folder, 3 folder, and all of that. Here you can go ahead and store anything that you want related to the project. So if I click here, I have stored all my project evaluation sheets. I've renamed them correctly, implement feedback, second project, icebreaker project, like that. Okay. Where is my research and the presentation? I'm searching. I'll put it later. So if I click that, it will automatically come here as a downloaded format for me. See, when did I give, who evaluated it, what was my feedback, everything is here, right? So this provides one storage space. You can store videos here. You can store your podcast here. Whatever related files you want, you can store it here. Simply go to add file, choose your evaluation sheet, the filled up sheet, add it up here. You can store your scripts here. You can store your scripts here. This is one storage space for all of us. E-portfolio documents, my documents. It's already categorized. Okay, so for my earlier path, I have put all the documents here. If you're working on 2 paths, there is only one document available. Only one my documents available. So if you're working on 2 paths, same folders, you need to put the path name and store. Same folders are only available. Are you getting the difference? If you're working on 2 paths also, the my documents is a single folder only, right? You need to store it here. And the last one would be what tab? The badges tab that we just saw, right? I just want to quickly take you to the feedback. Okay. Remember, I told you we can ask feedback to the peers. If you're curious, if you click on feedback, this is how it will get. Okay, feedback request. Example. Hi. How was Pathways session? Who can I ask this, right? Remember, in the start, I have selected Chennai Communicators Club. So only that members will be available here, not Meraki, right? So probably I'll search for the president. There she is, Madam President of, thank you Vishal, President of CCC. So I'm going to click on Ati Niveda. It automatically pops up here. It says, who would you like to see the request? Managers, which is the President, VPE and the Secretary or everyone. Of course, I want to flaunt. I want everyone to see what response I got. I click on everyone. Response will be visible to everyone. So I can go ahead and say post. This request would have come into Ati Niveda's pending feedback request. She will go in there and type in a feedback. Earlier, when I requested for feedback, see, Satish Kumar from my club gave the exceptional badge. The exceptional badge, right? And see, hi Vijay, listening to your icebreaker after a long time. Good speech with humor all over the speech, all the best. That was the feedback I got from my club member, right? So very simple, easy to understand, easy to use homepage. So we saw paths and learning, speech evaluation, tutorials. Your quick access to the path is also here. You can directly click here to go to your path. Feedback, when you want to ask feedback from your peers. Badges are the recognitions, and documents where you store your scripts, evaluation forms, anything related to your project. This is all about Basecamp. A quick review about the Basecamp.
Vijay, one question here. So, Karthikeyan.
Yes, go ahead. Quickly.
What is an effective way to handle the evaluation sheet, right? So I'm just transferring to Pathways from the old path. So is that to be handled offline by email, or can
okay, very good.
evaluator?
Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you for bringing it up, Karthik. So evaluation forms, we are all very familiar, or I would say very easy when we fill it up writing, right? So we write the, you can print your evaluation form. You can print your evaluation form. You can give it to your evaluator during the speech. Evaluator will fill it using the pen. Okay, I'm just literally putting it in layman terms. We'll fill it in the pen. Okay, you have to take the form. To store it, you need to probably scan, put it on your desktop, and then go to My Documents and store it. See, the entire process, Karthik, is to make it digital, right? So if your evaluator is smart, or if you have the necessary accessories for that, they can go ahead and fill it digitally during the club meeting itself. Or right after the club meeting, you can take your laptop, they can fill the evaluation sheet, you can save it as a PDF, right? The best, easiest way would be take a printout, give it to your evaluator, let them fill it with a pen, but you come back home and scan it, or you can ask your evaluator to send it via an email, let them send it via an email, and then you can upload it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the last slide. Sorry, someone had a question? Yes.
I have a doubt about the projects. Long back, I just heard in that can we perform 2 projects simultaneously? My doubt is, can we perform 2 projects in the same meeting? If is it possible? Is it possible?
No. Usually 1 meeting, 1 credit. 1 meeting, 1 credit. Either it's a role or a speech. 1 meeting, 1 credit. Okay. You cannot take the role of you can play the role of an TT master for active listening project. That is the project requirements itself. You will be evaluated as how well did you do as a TT master, right? That is different. But in the same meeting, you cannot give the speech also. Okay. 1 meeting, 1 credit only. So quickly, the last slide before Vishal shows red. This is what I learned in Pathways. I started Pathways in 2018 as soon as it was rolled out. So 2 years into Pathways, I took my sweet time to finish 1 path. So this is my experience. This digital storage and reference is super duper because I don't have to carry my manual anywhere. Anywhere where I have internet, I can access my projects, paths, and everything, right? Digital is very good. 2, evaluations are both qualitative and quantitative. We didn't have enough time, but if you look at any evaluation sheet in Pathways, it will have 3 parts. Number 1, where you will fill in with words, qualitatively, okay, qualitatively. Second, there will be a scoring sheet out of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There will be a scoring sheet. So it is quantitative also. And finally, there is a sheet that talks about the clarity. Which score you should give if the speaker has what in the speech. Okay. So the speech evaluations are qualitative and quantitative in Pathways, and that's absolutely refreshing. Pathways requires different time limit for different projects. Remember, easy projects you can do it, small projects you can do it in 1 week, 2 weeks. I have worked in 6 months of project. I have also taken the liberty to work in 1 year projects also. Okay, so it's up to you to plan accordingly and then do the projects. Read all the levels in your path before you plan your speeches. While doing the mandate project, remember, use the time to do the electives. In the same project, you can do as many electives as you want, minimum 2 electives. Work in a project, you complete the project, you come and present the report as an experience. In the traditional path, every week we were giving projects. Why? Because everything is only speech. I have to present a, prepare a speech, come deliver. Prepare a speech, come deliver. It is not possible in Pathways. There are projects where you have to work offline, come and share the experience or the report. So delivering week on week, not at all possible. And I would not recommend also, there is no learning. Learn, implement, that's how the cycle works. Pathways is super exciting. I have been thoroughly enjoying working in Pathways. So that will be my email ID. If you have any queries, I'll be more than happy to help. Or Lloyd has my number. You can probably bring him privately for the number. You can call and we can probably sort out if there are any questions. It is still yellow. We have 5 more minutes to wrap up. Vishal, thank you. So if there are any questions, I'll take 1 or 2 quickly now.
Yeah, good evening, Vijay. The session was good. Myself, Dinesh. I have one doubt, like people who are switching from the traditional to the Pathways, particularly with respect to the level 3 and level 4 projects, say for example, leading a team. Say for example, if I already done something before June 2020, can I claim that? Because there is a confusion whether the task which has been started after the level 1 is to be considered, or can I consider, can I show my previous tenures, contest chair role or a speechcraft coordinator role as a top project?
Yes, thank you. The question is how much back you want to go, right?
Yes.
If I have claimed a project that I have done in 2014, I might want to claim it now also, right? So I would recommend to do projects fresh. But if there are roles, like you said, okay, 6 months of roles where you have led a team as a club president and all of that, you can take that.
Okay, thank you very much.
So 6 months you have spent, 1 year you have spent as a club coach. Leading in any situation, I think that is the best project to do, right? To be a club coach and bring the club to a good level. You can definitely take that credit. You can't go back. See, TMI does not dictate how long can you go back. It asks us to do fresh projects. But logically speaking, if you have done something, you haven't claimed it so far in the last 2 years. From 2018, I would say after it was rolled out in D82, the former district, then you can take it. Did I answer you, Dinesh?
Yeah, thanks.
Hi.
Yeah, okay, you can go ahead. Yeah.
So this is Ranosha. I have a question. So is it good to actually launch, the moment I get a pathway, is it good to launch all the projects so I can come up with a plan for it?
Absolutely. You should do that. You should do that. Let me quickly share. Sorry. Desktop. Thank you for bringing this up.
Because I've been trying to go level by level and it doesn't work.
Go level by level only. I'm not sure if you're able to see my screen now. I'm trying to open the tracker.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay, super. So this is my tracker for my first path. So when I chose the path itself, I chose what to do in what. I knew my last elective will be moderate a panel discussion, because we were doing panel discussions always, not just now in COVID. We were doing it earlier also since 2018. So when I got it, I decided I will do this, but I got an opportunity only 6 months ago. Okay, so I knew what I wanted to do, but when I got an opportunity, I did it, right? So to answer your question, please have a clear plan of what your project requires. Plan your projects accordingly so that you can start working. You don't have to wait for 6 months to finish a project, then start the last project that is also for 6 months. You can start the bigger projects parallelly. So at the end of 6 months, you would have finished 2 levels. Did I answer you?
Yeah, hello, this is
Yes, that's really helpful. Also, there is one more confusion. When I open the pathways, I see something called activate. So if I activate a project, is it mandatory for me to complete it, or can I simply activate, read out through the project, and for example, electives? If I activate like 6 electives, is it compulsory
Until you mark
to
it
complete all the 6
complete,
electives?
no problem. Until you mark it complete, no problem. You can activate as much as times you want, launch it, see the project objectives and all of that. You can even do the pre-assessment. Once you finish the project, you can do the post-assessment and mark them. No problem.
So let's say if the minimum requirement is only 2 projects in electives, can I activate like 5 projects and read out through the manuals?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay.
No matter how many projects you activate, the ones you mark complete are the ones that will go for approval. So don't worry.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the session. Last
question.
So where should we find the meeting recording, if you don't mind? I have missed the earlier part of the session.
Sorry, what was the question, sir?
Where can we find the meet recording? I mean, the session recording.
Okay. That I will probably leave it to Lloyd. Even I'm not sure. When it is ready, I think they should be sharing it. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this session. Please feel free to contact me for any pathways related query. I'll be more than happy. Thank you so much for joining on a weekday evening. 155 participants is overwhelming. Whoever is doing this annotate, thank you so much. It's not at all helping. Thank you, and back to you, Sheriff.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Vijay ma'am, for sharing your wisdom about pathways. It was so helpful for me, and I hope the same for each and every participant who attended today's session, especially for the new members. New members who have attended today's session would have got the clarity about how to drill down for 3 pathways and how to select one amongst them, and how to move across their pathways, how to navigate, and how to handle their projects and evaluations. That was one fine, great session, ma'am. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Sheriff. Sorry to interrupt. There are so many questions in the chat window that I now see. Lloyd was saying we can probably take the chat window to a Word format. Lloyd, if you can do that, please share it with me. I'll answer all the queries. You can share it with all the participants.
Sure, ma'am, we'll do it.
Sure, ma'am. Once again, thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Vijay ma'am. And participants, please, fill the feedback link is in the chat box. Please fill it about how was the session today. I give you 2 minutes for filling the feedback.
Done already. Very engaging and very well structured DTM, which gave a lot of clarity. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure.
We have 2 minutes to fill the survey. The link is already in the chat box. Once again, I'm sharing the link, feedback link. Please fill the survey.
Okay, while we are waiting, Ramesh Ramaswamy said there are issues to activate right from level 1. If that is the case, then TMI would be the right person you should contact, sir. So get in touch with TMI and see how to solve that issue. That looks like a technical glitch, right?
Okay. Since our distinguished Toastmaster Vijay ma'am has given a detailed explanation about pathways, I guess our district will be expecting more pathway celebrities and champions for this year, Toastmasters year. So I thank each and every participant who has attended today's session, even on the weekdays, and I'm happy to see around more than 150 participants who has attended today's session. We expect the same for forthcoming all TLA events, the same enthusiasm. And TLA, I guess TLA is also bringing the same enthusiasm amongst the participants, and we are expecting to see the same enthusiasm in enrolling and indulging in the forthcoming TLA events. Until then, good night. Good night, all. Thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Vijay ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful session.